Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about birth control and how it can really be a band-aid for many things that you're dealing with. Whether it be that you have acne, which is a common reason to be put on it, your cycles are super heavy or irregular, or you're not getting a cycle, many reasons why you are put on birth control, but it does more to your body than you think. So, did you know that when you're on birth control, you don't usually ovulate? And then on top of that, most of the time it actually puts your body in a menopausal type of state, meaning that it flatlines your hormones so that they don't do anything for you. While that feels beneficial because let's just say you were on heavy periods and now it's lightening up your periods, you're not actually getting a true cycle. Your hormones are not balancing, they are flatlining, which, if you're trying to have kids, putting your body in a menopausal state is not the most healthy thing. On top of that, your birth control can also make it so you don't ovulate. And when you don't ovulate, that means that your egg does not properly drop and do all that kind of stuff. And that could really affect how your body functions. Could also affect how fertility works for you in the future, which is a big deal, especially right now. Infertility rates are rising like crazy. So, the only other thing that I want to talk about is kind of how your cycle works. So, ideally, your day one is when you first start bleeding. So a lot of the times, if you look at birth control packs, it does it the opposite way. You're taking all these pills, and then at the very end, you do a placebo week, which is not when you're ovulating because that makes it look like it's the end of your cycle when really your bleed is supposed to be the beginning of your cycle. So ideally, your day one is when you start bleeding to when you finish. Then you have a part where you're ovulating next. Then you have where the egg drops because it doesn't get fertilized, it ruptures, you have progesterone surge, your body then goes through this whole process and then you start to bleed again, and that's the next part of your cycle. So having that is normal, and actually we should be celebrating cycles, but really we look at it negatively because of the effects that people are feeling, right? Like heavy bleeding, cramping, breast tenderness, clotting. All those are big signs that we have issues, which makes it so you don't desire to have a cycle. But having a cycle is a huge win, and having a regular one is a huge win because that'll help you to plan for babies in the future, have babies in the future because you're having a cycle, and helps to keep you from being um, infertile. So the more that you are doing birth control, the more that it's going to affect your hormones, the more you're going to have to repair later. So if you have any more questions, feel free to set up a moment to talk with me below, or look at some resources that I'll share below as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe below and turn those notifications on.